Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you. We're going to start off with a theme. What does Sag need to know at this time? Okay. Resilience. Like you haven't had enough of that already, right? I feel like we're always talking about that with you. Okay. Well, it's a week of pushing through. As you can tell, you might have a pretty big burden to carry, a heavy responsibility, something that feels like a duty of yours, a mission of yours, of just, yeah. You're definitely struggling, to put it lightly. You're struggling to continue. It is a heavy, heavy burden. And it's painful. But it has taught, I know, it's annoying to hear it, but it has taught you resilience. It's the typical, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger kind of a thing here, Sag. It's definitely not just never give up, right? Don't give up. I know that it would be easy to take that road of letting it go, but this journey that you're on that is requiring you to carry this is a life lesson. And I know that, again, I know it's annoying to hear, especially when you're dealing with big problems. Let's see. We're going to get more with that when the tarot comes out. It's a challenge for Sagittarius, please. Okay, there it is. Maybe. The pathway. Direction, purpose, or change. Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe that's why you're having to be resilient and unwavering and steadfast, because maybe you don't know where you're going. Maybe you don't know the direction that you want to head in, or maybe you feel like you're lacking a purpose in something, or maybe you just feel like you need a change and you can't get that change. Something needs to change, though. Yeah. I mean, how long do you want to carry that, really? I think that's the question, right? Maybe it is a time to let it go. Maybe the lesson has been learned, Sag. I mean, at first I was thinking, well, maybe it's something that you feel like you again, like it's your duty or your mission or your responsibility. But why? Maybe the purpose of this has already been fulfilled. Maybe like it's overstayed its welcome. What changes do you need to make? How can you bring about those changes? You need like, I don't know. This feels like you need a direction. Like you're wandering around aimlessly right now. But let's see. Ooh, okay. Queen of Cups wants to fly out. The Devil. The Four of Wands. Queen of Swords. Two Queens. Page of Swords with a page in the middle of Strength. Bottom of the deck, okay. So this could be two different sides of you. Or two different people, all right? It is Cancer and Libra energy, if that resonates, but you could be you have your backs turned to each other. It's two people who are not on the same page. It is two people who are tied in a very toxic or unhealthy environment. It could be at home. It could be tied to a commitment. Yes, it could be marriage with that Four of Wands. But there's definitely something there where there's a lot of tension, a lot of conflict, a lot of drama, a lot of fighting, arguing. things escalate very quickly. Both your shadow side and their shadow side comes up. It's an unhealthy entanglement, and it needs to change. The direction of the relationship is not the same anymore. Now, there is a need this week to take care of your sensitive feelings, because you could be just very emotional this week, or you could just have a wide, like a just kind of all over the place, feeling like feeling one way one minute and then another way the next minute. So just pay attention to that. Although even everyone's dealing with that. It's not just you, Sag. But for you, it's pretty not obvious, but it's pretty prevalent. Thank you. So yeah. Look at your habits. Look at your entanglements. Look at your relationships. What's negative? What's toxic? What's unhealthy? And I know that's much easier said than done sometimes to get rid of it or to get away from it. But you have to address the elephant in the room. You have to clear the air. You have to talk to whoever you need to talk to have the conversations that you need to have, to not be afraid to speak the truth or fear prosecution or judgment from somebody else. Because you're much more willing to open up emotionally, and this other person is not. You feel things, they think things. They're a very logical person. I don't want to say that you're not logical, but they think, they're very much in their head, where you're more in your heart and in your feelings. There's no such thing as forcing stability or forcing happiness. You need something that will make you feel like you have a strong foundation to work from. Okay, you need a strong sense of stability and security, especially spiritual stability. You need a strong, happy home life, Sag. Okay, let's clarify these cards. Right. It's like the sudden realization that there's more to this than what might have originally been thought of. You have 2 strength cards. Leo's heavy on the table. Now we have Aries as well, and Pisces if you're dealing with that. But could be that something starts to shift during Leo season. But it's about forcing. It's trying to force you to give up your independence, and you should not have to sacrifice your independence for the sake of somebody else's opinion or viewpoint or idea or dream. That's not fair to you. Something's not fair to you, clearly. All right. Your desires, your thoughts, your needs, your life is not being given as much attention as their life. This is definitely about a relationship, and there are issues of trust. There are issues of abandonment. There's issues of isolation, of feeling lonely. Somebody is feeling unloved and unsupported, and I'm pretty sure that that's you, Sag. You feel like like darkness. There's a darker side of you that's coming out, and you don't want it to come out. It's a heavy situation. It's a heavy situation. It's an unrealistic living environment or work environment. Maybe it's a toxic work environment. It's unrealistic. It's unstable. It looks like it's fine and grounded, but it's not. It's actually, that's fake. It's fake. It's false stability. All right. And again, you have to be willing to act from a place of courage and from a place of truth. You have to trust in truth. You have to honor truth. And you have to go into this confidently and with high self-esteem and being proud of yourself and being brave. Because it does require a lot of bravery. There's only so much that you can carry, right? You're either already at a breaking point or you've recently reached a breaking point. Because it's not that I want you to give up, but I do feel like the cards are saying, look, and you got to come to a point where you say enough is enough. that you have your own, you know, dreams too. I feel like you're a very gentle person and you deserve happiness that's not forced. Natural. You want natural happiness, and you want a natural environment where you can be yourself, where you can be happy with yourself, where you can feel like you can be yourself around this person or in this situation. Because right now you don't feel like yourself, and you feel upside down, and you feel pushed. You feel pushed. So, yeah, I think you're wandering around aimlessly again. I think there's no direction because you're more focused on this other person's direction. I hope that this helps, Sag. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you in the next one.